Athena Private School is actually has been conceived as a help for Bahrain as a social outreach for AMA business. We have been here in Bahrain for quite some time, and we felt that there is a need to expand our educational spirit to help also the kids in Bahrain, not only of Bahrain but actually for all the kids at GCC who are struggling with their learning difficulties. It is not only focused on special education, but we are also focused on helping kids who are in the mainstream bridge the gap so that they are struggling. For example, if you have a child who is in grade 4 but is struggling because of his or her skills is in grade 2, that is a goal of Athena, is to help that child bridge that gap so that they will be able to have a better and more enjoyable educational journey.
This is the first place in Bahrain, first facility in that kind of level, with all these opportunities for children and families. Families support. It's not just about helping those children. The families need guidance. The families need tools and advice how to deal with that and just have a more pleasant life without struggle, because there are so many ways to help them.
His Royal Highness Prime Minister Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa deputized Sheikh Khalifa bin Rashid Al Khalifa to attend Athens private school for students with special needs, which was held today at the school's premises in Buqua. The celebration was attended by the Philippines President's envoy to GCC countries, Dr. Amabal Aguiles, the school's board chairman, Education Minister Dr. Majid Al-Naimi, senior officials and academics. Sheikh Khalifa bin Rashid Al Khalifa conveyed the greetings and respect of His Royal Highness the Premier for officials in charge of the school and his best wishes to them of every success in serving students with special needs. He stressed the great care accorded by the government to the education sector, being a key player in sustainable development. He noted that providing modern education to people with special needs and integrating them in the community represents one of the bright aspects in the kingdom's educational march, which spans for around 100 years. He praised Athens private school for students with special needs, describing it as an added value to the educational sector in Bahrain, given its modern educational facilities and highly qualified administrative and educational staff. The Education Minister extended sincere thanks and respect to His Royal Highness the Premier for patronizing the ceremony, lauding his continuous support to the educational sector as one of the main contributors to the kingdom's comprehensive development. He praised the educational accomplishments since the launch of regular education 100 years ago, commending the unflinching support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, His Royal Highness Prime Minister Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander, and First Deputy Premier. The Education Minister shed light on the ministry's initiatives and procedures to serve students with special needs who prove their capability to stand out, excel, and take part actively in the kingdom's development process. For his part, Dr. Aguiles extended thanks and respect to His Royal Highness the Premier for his support to education and keenness to provide all facilities to the private sector to invest in this vital sector. He pointed out that the initiative of building a school for students with special needs stemmed from a vision to serve this category of people and provide them with an educational environment that helps tap on their potentials and boost their role in the community.
King Fahd Causeway has always been a landmark of cooperation between the two GCC kingdoms of Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Not only did it ease traffic of individuals and families, but it broadened the economic trade from east to west, omitting the dangers of sea voyages and adding the ease and safety of trade routes.
Cooperation between both countries and between both ministries of transport has been ongoing for a long time. Obviously, one of the first modes of cooperation was the existing King Fahd Causeway. Both sides are now examining a new causeway, and we're at the quite early stages of evaluating the feasibility of this project, of the new causeway.
Today is one of the meetings that we regularly have to discuss the new project, which is the new causeway, King Hamad Causeway, the rail link between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We are in an advanced stage of the project now. We will hopefully appoint the transaction advisor, which is a consortium of technical, financial and legal companies. They will act as the transaction advisor, as the lead consultant to evaluate all the previous studies, and based on that prepare all the documentation, the tender documentation and the pre-qualification documentation to appoint the developer.
Because of the immense boost in numbers of commuters over the bridge, it was eminent that a plan for a new bridge be put in place, and so came the King Hamad Causeway plan.
The current causeway that is in place at the moment actually reached beyond its design capacity. The design capacity that was built based on in 1988 was to carry about 3,000 or 5,000 cars per day. Now we've reached almost every week breaking records, achieving about 30,000 cars. Therefore, the ability for the current causeway to accommodate future expansion will be limited sooner or later. The parallel causeway will enable the two countries to facilitate more economic exchange, and also facilitate the transfer of people between the two countries. The parallel causeway will also include a rail that will connect the two countries, and hopefully that would reduce the cost and the time for goods to reach the markets and the shelves.
Quite early stages of evaluating the feasibility of this project, of the new causeway. And we're at the stage of selecting the consortium of advisors that ultimately look at the feasibility, the financeability, and the involvement of the private sector, which is a very important part of this new project.
This is Sarah Al-Break reporting for Bahrain International.
The Bahrain Association of Technology Companies and WorkSmart are organizing their annual conference under the patronage of Electricity and Water Affairs, Minister Dr. Abdul Hussein Mirza. The event is being held for the second consecutive year and deals with protection and security of information and in support of efforts of digital transformation in Bahrain. It also encourages government agencies and the private sector to use modern technologies.
Well, today the most important thing in the agenda of many countries and organizations is the security of the data, especially with the cyber security and the cyber hackers who are now committing crimes in this area. And just to show the example of how big this can cost the companies, the recent statistics from the United States shows that in 2018, the American companies have lost $654 billion, not million, $billion, because of hacking and ransom hacking, which asks for money. Plus, they show that the July 2019, which is only a month ago, this was the highest pace of hacking in the world. And the Kingdom of Bahrain, of course, is also prone to this. And recently, the e-government authority announced that they have foiled 5 million viruses and 2.7 million emails which were hacked, and they avoided 50 million hacking into the data. So these are huge and overwhelming numbers for a small country like Bahrain. That's why the government of Bahrain is giving priority to the security of the data, and there is the Supreme Information and Communication Committee, which is chaired by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Mubarak Al Khalifa, and his directive is to pay utmost attention to the security and reliability of the electronic data in the Kingdom of Bahrain.
As Bahrain continues to thrive as a unique IT hub in the Middle East, it has been successful in attracting technology companies from around the world. And the conference provides an advanced platform that seeks to stimulate dialogue to arrive at the best ways to protect data.
The importance of this conference or this event is very simple and straightforward. We realize that the security or the cybersecurity is becoming a very important issue, whether it is the government, the citizens, or even the institute as well as the companies. So the purpose of this event is to create the awareness of this phenomenon. Our future plan is to make this event happen regularly every year, and also to highlight every single development in this direction.
The conference this year looks at issues such as the future of blockchain in the telecommunications sector. The exhibition will support the work of the conference in highlighting the importance of ensuring information security through the rational and safe use of the internet and smartphones, exchange of knowledge and rich experiences, and communication.
Today, we're going to be discussing the latest cyber threats that we are faced in 2019 globally and specifically in the GCC. As you know, today we're moving to become a smart city where everything is digitally connected, whether it was at home or in the government or the industry. And hence, as much as this will make the quality of living and life easier and make the people happier and more efficient, at the same time, it opens the doors for hackers or intruders to take advantage of this strong internet or well-connected network and basically intrude, or it could cause damage in terms of data and privacy and so on. And therefore, we need to be proactive as opposed to reactive and be aware of all the latest threats and all the latest attacks and the countermeasures, and make sure we have it implemented correctly in our institute or home or office, so that we are basically in safe, hopefully, and not open for attacks. Today we see a significant interest not only from companies but also from the government and from the individuals. We see even education changing, where students in school and universities are now obliged to study computer security as part of their education in the schools. And hence we see with this interest and multiple parties focusing and working together on basically protecting their nation, we see this as a very positive sign, and hopefully will only make us stand strong against any future attacks.
Bahrain British Council organizes its first back-to-school carnival, aiming to prepare students for the next academic year and re-energizing them through programs that combine both entertainment and education. The carnival is open to public with free access to all super fun games, including face painting. Not to forget the educational part of it, a storytelling section is held by the teachers. Finally, a refreshment corner is available in order to refresh and enjoy the music playing by the band.
This is our back-to-school carnival that we're holding for the first time this year. We decided to do it because we work with hundreds, thousands of families in Bahrain, and this time of year all of our customers, all of our partners are busy getting ready for school. We know sometimes children are a bit nervous, maybe they're moving to big school, they're thinking about their English, they're thinking about the rest of their studies. So we wanted to celebrate with them, get everybody off to a really nice, happy start to the year. And it's great to see a lot of familiar faces, people who we see learning English with us every week, here with us today.
Today the event is all about introducing new customers to our products, Primary Plus and Secondary Plus, in conjunction with Learning Time with Timmy, and our new academic year, which starts in a couple of weeks' time.
Hello, my name is Zainab and I am the Young Learner Support Manager here at the British Council, and I'm joined today with Farid.
Hello, my name is Farid and I'm Senior Teacher Young Learners.
So, welcome to our Back to School Carnival. We have loads of activities here for you and your kids to enjoy. We have some storytelling sessions with Timmy episodes, and we have some great games for... I've lost words. Have an attempt. Said a lot.
Please come and join us today. We've got so many fun activities. We've got some storytelling that you will enjoy. Please bring your kids and come join us.
I am coming to learning and take a fun here, and I love British Council, and it's here we have a carnival and British Council, and you can come to here.